Oh, thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about QuickBooks Online in 2022, importing CSV file to record your business expenses paid for with personal funds. We all go through that if you're a small business owner. So that's the focus of this video. Let's get started. So in this video, I'll show you how to import bank downloaded CSV files into QuickBooks Online, and I'll also show you how to categorize only business expenses paid for with a personal account into QuickBooks Register. Okay, so be sure to watch this video until the end. You don't want to miss any steps. Okay, these are the basic steps to follow. First, you need to download the CSV file from your bank to your computer. And when you open the Excel file, make sure the expense item amount is negative, not positive. So the payment is positive and expense is negative. Okay, so then you create a new bank account or credit card account into QuickBooks, and there's no need to connect your bank account. And then upload file, you go to the in QuickBooks, you go to the left dashboard, the place where you see banking, and there you'll select upload from file. On the right hand side, you will see uh, drop arrow, the place where you see link account, and you select upload from file. I'll show you how to do that. And then watch this video to end so not to miss any steps, or mess up. So in the end, once it's done, recording business expenses paid for with personal funds, and we want to make that account balance. So the whatever business expenses you're paying, it'll go to your equity personal account. Okay, so that's the focus of this video. Let's get started. I'm going to go to Excel spreadsheet now. Okay, so when you download, it will look something like this. You'll have a date and description and type and amount. Okay, you may not have type, so we'll have, at least you need amount, description, and date. So you need those three at least. Okay. So as you can see here, this is what AT&T bill is negative. You got to have a negative there. All right. So once it's done, then we're ready to categorize. So what we're going to do is we will only categorize the business ones, and then we'll exclude all the non-business personal expenses, and then we will delete from QuickBooks. Okay. And then let's say if you have certain expenses, it's not 100%. Let's say it's something different. Let's say, for example, let's go to one account in here. Okay, let's just pick any transaction in here. The big one here. Okay, the second here. So like, okay, here, this one here. Let's say it's a Costco, and you went to Costco and bought something, and let's say it's a business is let's say $23.84, and personal is $23.84. The total comes to $33. For the second here, it's $30. Personal is $30. Let's say. Okay, so now you get to 53, right? So you can go ahead and just change it to 2384 in here. The reason is we're not reconciling to the account. We're not keeping this account in QuickBooks. We're just gonna categorize the business expenses. So just write a note saying, you know, that's what it is. Split. Let's call it split. Okay, so we covered that one too now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna save this and I'm gonna import. Okay, so I'm gonna go to QuickBooks now. Okay, it's the QuickBooks. It looks something like this. And on the left side, you will see navigation bar. and look for banking. It may look a little bit different from this one, but they all have banking, you know. Okay, so before we do banking, we need to create a new account for this credit card account. Okay, so it could be credit card or bank account. All right, so first let's create the credit card in here. Well, let's create the first bank account. This is the first one that comes. So let's say personal funds checking account. All right, something like this. Okay, so make sure the account type is bank and detail type really doesn't matter, but if it's checking, you can select checking. Okay, and so this is the bank type. So I'm going to do the other one for the credit card. Okay, so click new again. Now you want to create one for the credit card. See right here under account type, you see credit card, and same thing. Just call it whatever name you want. Doesn't really matter. Personal funds credit card account. Okay, save and close. All right, you have created a new account. Now we're ready to import the file. Okay, so just go to banking in here. Okay, see this thing here? It says this place where you see this link. Don't click the link. We don't want a link account. We want to import that CSV Excel file. So on the drop down, you see upload from file. You click that one and then select the file where you have in the computer. And in this case, this one for me, and then continue. Okay, now you want to select the account. Where you want, which account you want to upload. So in this case, I want to use the credit card. If it is a checking account you're using, then you can select the personal funds checking account, right? So in this case, I want to use the credit card one, personal fund credit card. Okay, select that one, and the format of the month, date, and year. Okay, and the column one is the transaction date and description, and then it's automatically selected the amount in here. See the amount, this is the heading. Okay, so make sure you select the amount you want to import. This is very important, so these three are very important: transaction date, description, and amount. Okay, and then continue. All right, now you can select all the item one by one, or just to select the ones, select all. So in this case, I'm just going to select all. It'll go to QuickBooks for review, and then we're just going to categorize the business expenses, and then we will exclude non-business expenses, and then delete once the job is done. Okay, so you go all the way down. You have to go all the way down. There's nothing in here, so all right, so go all the way down. There we go. At the bottom, you see continue. Just click continue. All right, so we got 393 transactions. Just say yes. It's importing. Right here, pretty fast for 393. Okay, click done. All right, so now you just need to look which account. In this case, I have tons here. This is a demo thing. So just look for the personal funds credit card. This is the one we just uploaded. And click that one. So they are all here now. See, it's all here. All here, all 393 here. And your job is to find out your business expenses and categorize uh, into QuickBooks Register. Okay, so you can look. Let's say this one. Okay, so now it's the if it is you have in this case I have 393, and if you want to group it, so make sure to go to the gear icon and select all 300. That way you won't miss anything. And then make sure the turn on grouping is on. Turn on grouping is on. Turn on grouping is on, and pay is selected. Okay. All right. So in this case, I just want to select AAA. Let's say this is business expense. That's what you say. Okay. So select all. So this is the one we want to categorize as business expense to your QuickBooks. Okay, so in this case the pay is missing, but the category is here. So don't click accept yet. Click update, update. Okay, so transaction type, you got the expense and the pay. In this case, the AAA insurance, yeah, AAA insurance, and select account category is, let's say, insurance, and accept, apply, and accept. Just click that one. It's taking time for 10. So now it's in QuickBooks Register. And in the future, if you want to create auto rule saying whenever I have AAA insurance bill, just categorize to this account. So if you want it, say create rule, or if you don't want it at this time, just say, just ignore it, just close this. Okay. See now, for review it went down, so now it's in here, categorize one. See, it's all in here now. Okay, it's in QuickBooks now. How easy, you see it. Okay, so now let's do the AT&T one. Let's say this is also your business expense. Okay, and in this case, I have both vendor as well as account category. Everything looks pretty good, right? So let's look at it here. There's AT&T vendor category is telephone expense. Just go ahead and accept it. It's all 11 categories. All right. So at this point, as I said, if you want to create a role and if you think you have a future AT&T bill coming, then you can say create role or just close it. Okay. So now, same thing, here's another telephone bill. All right. So cellular, consumer cellular. Okay. So let's click that one. In this case, vendor is not there. The vendor selection is very important. You'll ask why vendors, if you want to find out how much money you spend on telephone expense paid to this vendor, then if you select the vendor, you can track it. If you don't select the vendor, you can't track it. You'll be able to track text telephone expense, but not by vendor. Okay, see here expenses, the vendor. So this is very important. Okay, so select update in this case. I don't have the vendor yet. Transaction is all expense. Pay is, let's say, some telephone company. Okay, so make sure it's a vendor. It's never a customer or employee. So if you're paying to, you pay is vendor for this one, expense. Okay, so select and apply, oops, apply. Okay, hopefully it did select the telephone expense. All right, so let's say here. Okay, so let's see, I want to make sure it went to telephone expense. So go to categorize. Okay, it went to telephone expense. See telephone expense, so it's fine. Okay, so now let's try one more, and then you got an idea. Okay, so let's just say this is something. Let's do the Costco one right here. Okay, so you bought some supplies from Costco. It's a whole bunch, and so if you have something, it's a split type. It's better to do it when you on the spreadsheet and the split it like this, Okay, and you can do it here too, but that's another step and another unnecessary step. Okay, so select Costco. All right, in this case, I don't have the vendor yet. Update, expense, Costco, and let's say this is just we buy supplies for your business. Okay, so apply and accept. Okay. All right. Okay. So you have more, let's say it's in here, you have something you bought from eBay. Let's say these are supplies, and in here say supplies and material. It's mixed up, So you just you can say it's material here. So just select this again, the batch categorization, and don't accept it, and select update expense and eBay. Let's say you buy it from eBay. It's not customer. It's the vendor one. Save it, and let's say this is also supplies, whatever categories you want. Okay, so you got an idea now. All right, let's say you went through this and figure out, well, those are my business expenses, and rest is non-business, and I don't want it in my QuickBooks. Okay, so before you do that, before you delete, you can just review it a couple of times and make sure you haven't missed any business expense, and that's the whole purpose here. Okay, so you can go ahead and the payment, ignore it, don't do anything to the payment side. Okay, so I think they have more in here, you know. Okay, so go through and make sure you have categorized all the business expenses you want, and then just leave it here. We have 270 here, but you can just leave it here, and now figure out how much you have to categorize. Go to categorize. So these are the ones it's in QuickBooks now. Okay, so the next step is that's it. I don't have anything left to categorize, um, and let's close the deal here. And in this case, let's say you have bought something when you did the split, you forgot. Well, you have some business, and some, let's say the Home Depot one. All right, Home Depot one. Okay, so let's say the material one, this one. So it turns out that $10 for your business, okay, and the rest is your personal. All right. Normally you don't want to do that. That's why you go to spreadsheet and review it here. Okay, like right here. And but still, if it's a business expense, so you need to click your split account. All right. So material, let's say it's $10, and the rest is your personal. Okay. So in here, just select, let's see, there's an equity account. It has to be equity type now. All right, so this is basically a member contribution. So normally you will have owner draws and owner contribution, something like that. So it has to be equity, under equity. All right, so just select equity account. Let's just select this account for now. Okay, and it's the $11.52. Okay, so difference is 0. And so what this is doing is you pay $21.52 to Home Depot, and $10 is your real business expense, and the rest is your on your personal item. Okay, apply and accept. So this is the kind of rare one. You don't want to do that because you missed it when you're reviewing the spreadsheet. Okay, so now let's see how much you have categorized. Okay, let's go to accounting and select chart of accounts. We'll come back to this again. The remaining 269 we want to exclude and delete. Okay, so let's go to chart of accounts again, and so you're looking for the personal account. So this one here, credit card one. So it's in here. See, you have categorized $5,393.23, right? Okay, so at this point we want to make this 0, and if the job is done, then just click the view register. Okay, and then you just want to reclass this 5393. We're not trying to reconcile the bank balance, anything like that. This is like a temporary thing, you know, one-time thing. And just click the this and select transfer. And now you just want to select your account, which is your equity one. Make sure it's equity one. So it'll be, it's not a draw, it's a member contribution because you're adding funds to your business. And in this case, it's the payment type 5393. It's a transfer. You know, you want to make the zero, this credit card account, and then everything went to this your equity account. So right here, okay, save this. Now the account is zero. So if you want to look at the this transaction, how it works, so it's basically, you know, went to your equity account. Okay, so if you look at the balance sheet, this is the credit card one. See, the personal credit card is zero, right? So it used to be some amount here, $5,300 type. It went from here to this account. Okay, so if you click it here, you will see, remember this 1152, that's another one, and then 5393. So this is how everything works. Okay, so you don't want to delete this one, but you want to delete this account because this one is showing, you know, you have contributed additional funds to your business. Okay, and now we want to delete this account because the job is done. Okay, and also you go to the banking and exclude and delete all these transactions. So what you need to do is select date. You want to select all. See here, then it will say exclude in here. So select exclude. Don't want to accept it, don't want to update, exclude. These are all your personal related expenses. Exclude this. Okay, so now it moved from for review to excluded section. So it's in here. Now you still can review it to see you didn't miss anything. But if everything is done, then all you have to do, you want to delete all this. You don't want to show anything in here. So just select this and see here. So you have a last chance either to undo it, it goes to for review, or delete it. That means gone, history. Okay, you can't put this on back again unless you import it again. All right, so I'm going to click delete. Ready to delete. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. So now it's done, and you don't need this account anymore. And go to that account and say this is your personal credit card. This is the one. The balance, QuickBooks balance is zero because it's not connected. There is no bank balance. So if there's a bank connected, then you will see the amount. In this case, we just want to upload these transactions for a specific reason. Okay, so now we want to delete this account. See, there's no deleting account in QuickBooks. It's just making this account inactive. So making inactive. Now it's, you don't see this anymore. It's gone. So this is the same thing. We just do testing thing. We don't need this one. You don't need to do that. Okay, so it's done now. So now if you go to the balance sheet one more time, you will not see that anything says personal. Under credit card, so it used to be zero in here. So now there's nothing there. So that means job is done. That's the focus of this video. QuickBooks Online in 2022, importing CSV file to record business expenses paid with personal funds. Thanks for watching. Bye.